and welcome to Working Smarter with Gale Legal Forms Library. I'm Karen Griffin, Supervisory Librarian at the Swanee Branch, and one of my favorite things to do is to help small businesses with the resources available from the library. Today I'd like to introduce you to Gale Legal Forms Library, what it is, how to access it, and how you can make it work to save money for your business. How often have you wished that you had access to simple legal forms without having to hire an attorney or do a Google search for a form that you hoped you can tailor make to your needs and didn't cost a fortune? Or would you just like an example of a collections letter or template for an invoice or sales receipt? Gale Legal Forms Library could be the answer you're looking for, and it's free with your Gwinnett County Library card. When every penny counts, why wouldn't you use a reputable resource that has already been paid for with your tax dollars? And speaking of reputable, I will mention that the forms in Gale Legal Forms Library have been drafted by attorneys and are Georgia specific. To use Gale Legal Forms Library, you're going to need a library card and a device with internet access. So I'm going to share my screen with you, and you're going to want to navigate to www.gwinnettpl.org. This address is on the back of your library card, and I will say that if you experience problems during using this database or any of our resources, the number for the helpline is also there. We have a chat feature available during library hours. You can also email us. So from our homepage, first of all, if you don't have a library card, all you have to do is scroll over, find it, and then get a library card and follow the directions from there. If you have a business or property in Gwinnett County, but you don't live in Gwinnett County, you still qualify to have a card. If you're an out-of-county resident, you can follow the directions here. So it's very easy to get your own library card. Once you've done that, we're going to go back to the main screen, and you want to click on Digital Resources. Once you're in Digital Resources, for our purposes, you're going to click on Business and Personal Finance. Scroll down. These are alphabetically ordered. And click on Gale Legal Forms Library. If you're accessing this from home, you're going to need your library card and PIN number, as I said. But Gale Legal Forms Library is also a part of Galileo. So at some point, you're going to want to click on the prompt that tells you to get Galileo password, and then you'll use that along with Gwinnett County Public Library to access Gale Legal Forms. Again, if you have any trouble with this, we are available during library hours in various ways. So I'd like to show you, first of all, if you want to know about how these are drafted, there's, of course, an About key here. There's a FAQ section, and, of course, there's Search Help. So I'd like to point out a couple of things before we get started. On the left-hand side of the screen, we have all kinds of resources. Tax forms are here, attorney directories, in case you do get to the point where you think you do need an attorney. And I will say that Gale Legal Forms has posted a disclaimer on their About page stating that public users should consult an attorney in their state for serious legal matters. So there again, this is not to take the place of an attorney, but it can help you navigate through some simpler things that you can do without an attorney. Down at the bottom left, there is most popular searches. As you can see, incorporation is here. And then at the bottom, contact Gale if you need technical support or to contact them. They are very responsive to helping you. In the middle of the page, I'd like to direct your attention to this. These are forms that you can complete online and then print out. So if you need a contract, buy-sell agreement, you fill in the blanks, you go to the next page, you fill in all the information, and the form comes up pre-filled, printable, or downloadable into whatever form you need it. So that is a new option that is, I think, very good. So it makes life easier for you. So we're going to go back to the main page now. I usually start with the Browse by Categories section. Under Small Business, you'll see the following categories: Accounting and Finance, Articles, this is Articles of Incorporation, Operations, business type forms, limited liability companies, which are very popular among small business owners, checklists, general resources, human resources, landlord, tenant, legal, letter of intent, letters and notices, real estate, loans and lending, worksheets and surveys, and on it goes. So you can see that there is a lot to choose from here. The possibilities are endless. So let's go to bookkeeping, something common for small businesses to have to deal with. And you want to, say, get an example of an employee timesheet. You can look at the sample, you can download. So this is an example of a timesheet you could use with your business. If you only had a few employees and you just needed something simple for them to record their hours to document for pay. That's one example. Just give you another couple examples here in the Accounting and Finance section. An annual expense report, for example. This is good when starting your taxes. This is, again, a very simple one, breaks it down for you. If you have QuickBooks, this may do this for you, or some sort of program like that. But if not, this is helpful for you to get your deductibles together for your business, things that you can write off. So as you see, these documents are downloadable with Microsoft or with rich text. I usually use the Microsoft option, but they do print up very nicely. Let's look under Business Operations. Often we're asked for a business plan, especially during the time that we're starting up a company. Here's a sample business plan template, which includes the executive summary, company description, market analysis, organization and management, and so on. Sometimes we just need a bump to get us started, and that's what this is for. Letters and notices, I think, are very helpful. Sometimes it's nice to have an example of a letter when you have to communicate with somebody, and it's something that you don't normally do. One thing I like about Gale Legal Forms is the business promotion letters. Say if you've got a nail shop or a spa, a finance company, a dry cleaner, a bookseller. I kind of like that one. Let's look at the bookseller. Download it in MS Word. And this is an example of a letter that you can mail out to get more business. Dear avid reader and book lover, the bookstore is proud to have a guest. I guess they're having a guest speaker. It gives you wording. It shows you the format that is acceptable. This could be used to base emails or ads on your website. So anything like that would be good. So letters and notices is really helpful. Perhaps you'd like to gather feedback from your customers about products and services. Or maybe you need help creating a pricing structure. If you go down to worksheets and surveys at the very bottom, here's a general market survey. Let's look at that. So you're trying to find information about your customer base. This is a quick survey that you can use on site, through your website, through a mailing. It shows you who your customer is. And of course, you can tailor make these, you can add and leave out sections, but it is a good baseline to start a document. I hope you'll find Gale Legal Forms Library a helpful resource for the myriad of documents, letters, and notices that you need to run a small business and to make it successful. One fun tip: if you want to be the hero to a child in your life, check out the sample letters section and see the letters to Santa and the Tooth Fairy. If you need further one-on-one help, please go to our homepage, hover over Find It, fill out the Book a Librarian form, and we'll have a staff member contact you for a virtual meeting or a phone call to help walk you through any fuzzy areas. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you found this helpful and look for our next tutorial specifically tailored for nonprofit.